So here we have a triangular prism, and we're given a diagram of this prism below. And we're asked to work out its volume, given our answer correct to 3 significant figures. Now if I have a look at the diagram, we have the front face of this prism, which is a triangle, so a right-angled triangle here. And then we have the kind of length or depth of the prism, which is this line, which is 18 centimetres. And if we're working with the volume of a prism, we simply need to find the area of the front face, so this triangle that we're working with, and we multiply that by the length of the prism. And that gives us the volume of the prism. So we take the area of this face here and multiply it by this 18 to get the volume of this prism. So to start this process, I'm going to work out the area of the triangle. However, the formula for the area of a triangle is a half multiplied by the base of the triangle multiplied by the height. However, we don't have a value for the base of the triangle. We don't know how long this side is, but we do know the height and the hypotenuse, so we can use these two values to work out the base using Pythagoras' formula. So if I'm to label up the sides A, B and C, for example, then we know that A squared plus B squared is going to be equal to C squared, and B here is the unknown. So if we want to find B, we can take away A squared from both sides, leaving us with B squared is equal to C squared minus A squared. And then I can substitute my values in. So if C is 8.4, I can take 8.4 squared, subtract A squared, which is 7.2 squared, and then that leaves us with an answer of B squared being equal to 18.72. And then to find B, I can just square root both sides. So B is equal to the square root of 18.72. And I'm just going to leave it in this form to work with for now, just to make sure that we're getting the right degree of accuracy and we aren't losing any decimal points here. So to carry on with this process, we've now found the missing side, B, and I now need to find the area of the triangular face. So the area of the triangle. And that's going to be equal to a half multiplied by the base multiplied by the height. So we can take that as a half and substitute in the two values. So the base is going to be side B, which is this root 18.72. And then the height of the triangle is side A, which is 7.2 centimetres. And for the area of the triangle, that gives us an answer of 15.57598, and there's more decimal places, but we've got a good few decimal places here to work with to know that we can give this accurately to 3 significant figures when we're working with the final answer. So now I have the area of the triangle, and to find the volume of the prism, I'm going to just take the area and multiply this by the length of the prism. So I can take the 15.57598, probably using the exact value here that I already have in my calculator, and I multiply this by the 18 centimetres, which is the length of the prism, and this is going to give me an answer of 280.368, and then many more decimal places. However, I now need to refer back to the question and see that it wants my answer correct to 3 significant figures. So 3 significant figures here. If I look at the first significant figure, we have the 2, then the 8, and then the 0 is the third, because the 0 is in the centre of the number, it's not the first digit here, it's the third one, so that's going to be the third significant figure. So then I look to the fourth significant figure to see whether I round up or round down for the 0. And it's a 3, so 3 is less than 5, so I'm rounding down to the nearest number. So this takes us down to 3 significant figures to an answer of 280. To 3 significant figures. Because the 3 is less than 5, so we round down. The 4th significant figure is less than 5. So I can then write in the answer of 280 here to gain the final mark for this question. Now, as for how the marks are awarded here, the first mark is for starting a process to find this missing side. So this calculation here would have gained me a mark. I would get the second mark for finding the correct value for B, so the missing side here. Then the third mark would have been for a process to find the area of the triangular face, so this method here. The fourth mark was for finding the volume of the prison, so getting an answer here which can be to more decimal places obviously. And then the final mark is for the correct final answer of 280, correct to 3 significant figures here.